Your collagen cream cannot get into your skin. The molecule is physically too large, by a factor of 600. I'm a medical doctor, and today I'm going to show you exactly what 5 popular collagen products are actually doing, ranked from the most misleading to the most credible. Hi, I'm Dr. Linda Brand, a medical doctor treating mature skin in my clinic every day. And welcome back to the series, The Biology of Skin Aging. Chapter 1. What collagen actually is. First, so what even is collagen? Collagen is a structural protein. It's the most abundant protein in the human body. And in your skin, specifically, it's what gives you firmness, elasticity, and that plump, bouncy texture we associate with younger-looking skin. Think of it as the scaffolding beneath this surface. There are actually 28 different types of collagen in the body, but in the skin, we mostly care about 2. And they are type 1. Type 1 is dense and rope-like. It gives the skin its tensile strength and the ability to snap back. Type 3 is softer, more elastic, and more abundant in younger skin. It gradually gets replaced by type 1 as we age. Both types are made by cells in your dermis called fibroblasts, and the whole process requires specific amino acids, mainly glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, and plus vitamin C, which acts as an essential cofactor. Without vitamin C, collagen synthesis actually breaks down. Your body is constantly producing collagen and breaking it down at the same time. Anti-aging skincare is really about tipping that balance in your favor. Chapter 2. Why your skin loses it. Here's the bad news. From around your mid-20s, collagen production starts to, decline. The rate is about 1% per year. That doesn't sound dramatic, but by the time you're in your 40s or 50s, those losses compound. Skin gets thinner, fine lines deepen. That bounce you had at 25 takes longer to come back. UV exposure speeds this up significantly. And this part often surprises people. Sunlight doesn't just slow collagen production. It actually activates enzymes in your skin called matrix metalloproteinases. Those enzymes actively break collagen down. Every unprotected minute in the sun is collagen destruction in real time. Smoking accelerates the loss too. So does chronic stress, high sugar diets, poor sleep. There are a lot of ways to lose collagen faster than you're making it. So, when a brand puts the word collagen on a jar, they're speaking directly to something real, something you're genuinely worried about. So the question is the product actually addressing that concern, or just using the language of it to sell you something? Chapter 3. The size problem. As we have talked about earlier, there's a well-established principle called the 500 Dalton Rule. For a molecule to penetrate through the outer layers of skin and actually reach the dermis, where collagen lives, it needs to be below approximately 500 Daltons in molecular weight. That's a hard biological limit. The skin is designed to keep large molecules out. That's part of what makes it such an effective barrier. In fact, the collagen molecule is approximately 300,000 Daltons. That's actually 600 times too large. You cannot engineer around that without fundamentally changing what the molecule is. When you apply a collagen cream, the collagen molecules sit on the outer surface of your skin, the stratum corneum, and they stay there. Now, does that mean they do absolutely nothing? Not exactly. At the surface, collagen can actually function as a film-forming agent. It reduces something called transepidermal water loss, so your skin can hold on to hydration better. It feels softer, looks plumper, fine lines appear less pronounced. And that's real, but it's temporary surface hydration. It is not rebuilding the structural collagen in your dermis. The moment you stop applying it, the effect fades. There's nothing being replenished underneath. Chapter 4. What about hydrolyzed collagen? Listen, you might have noticed that a lot of products don't just say collagen. They can say hydrolyzed collagen or collagen peptides, and brands present this as a more advanced, more effective form of ingredient. So, is it really? Hydrolyzed collagen is collagen that's been broken down into smaller fragments called peptides. The whole idea is that these fragments are small enough to actually penetrate the skin, and the molecular weight are generally much smaller, typically between 5,000 and 13,000 Daltons, but still well above the 500 Dalton. Some research do show that around 8% of typically applied hydrolyzed collagen peptides can make it through the skin. A 2025 study published in Nature's Scientific Reports found changes in protein expression in skin tissue models after a single application of hydrolyzed fish collagen. And that's actually promising early science. But a 2022 randomized controlled trial, actual patients, actual follow-up, found no significant skin benefit from topical hydrolyzed collagen after 6 months use. And that's the clinical reality, so even the advanced version has weak evidence. The biological story is more interesting than with intact collagen, but the outcomes data isn't there yet. Here is the part the industry really doesn't want you to hear. The collagen version with the strongest evidence for actually improving your skin isn't a cream at all. It's a supplement. It's the one you swallow. Multiple meta-analyses, thousands of patients, measurable outcomes. I'll do a full video on oral collagen next, but the short version is, if you want to actually influence your skin's collagen levels, what you put in your mouth has far better science behind it than what you put on your face. Product breakdown. Let me walk you through 5 products, from the most maximalist collagen marketing to the most credible collagen science. The twist at the end might surprise you. First one up is the Medicube Triple Collagen Toner, and I have to say, I'm using it almost every day. Medicube is a Korean brand, but this is about collagen. It contains 8 different collagen ingredient names in a single formula. You have hydrolyzed collagen, soluble collagen, atelocollagen, desamidocollagen, collagen, collagen amino acids, pro-collagen, and collagen extract. 8! It's an extraordinary piece of ingredient stacking. The logic seems to be, whatever you believe collagen do, something in here matches it. In reality, most of these are surface humectants and film formers. The hydrolyzed collagen is the most biologically active, doing modest work at the surface. The rest of them are largely cosmetic. The formula does have niacinamide and adenosine, both genuinely active ingredients with anti-aging evidence, quietly doing real work while the collagen stack gets all the attention. Worth mentioning though, it has 3 forms of hyaluronic acid. So with the niacinamide, adenosine, and hyaluronic acid, it is a good toner, but it's not because of the collagen. Next one is Charlotte Tilbury Collagen Superfusion Oil. Here's a fact that surprises people. Plants do not produce collagen. Collagen is an animal protein. It does not exist in any plant on Earth. So when a product is called collagen superfusion and every ingredient in it is plant-derived, like avocado oil, olive oil, evening primrose oil, there is no collagen in the bottle, not a molecule of it. The collagen claim rests entirely on a trademarked ingredient called collagenere. The manufacturer has some in-house data on this, but independent clinical evidence is thin. You're paying for a well-formulated facial oil and a proprietary claim with a limited evidence base. Next one up is Dermalogica Pro Collagen Banking Serum. This one is a bit more interesting and more contradictory. The preserved collagen claim actually has some real support here. Tephrosia purpura seed extract. Found in the formula, it may slow the enzymatic breakdown of collagen. Carnosine adds anti-glycation defense. Those are legitimate preservation mechanisms. But then, look at the fragrance list. Bergamot oil, grapefruit, lemon, orange, multiple citrus essential oils. Bergamot is photosensitizing, and here's the problem. Fragrance-driven inflammation on the skin upregulates MMP enzymes. The hero ingredient, collagen amino acids, is a humectant. It is not banking collagen, but it's an interesting concept. Undermined execution. Next we have Medicaid Advanced Pro Collagen Plus Peptide Cream. As a side note, I'm testing it out right now, so you will see it in a later video. Now, we're in genuinely interesting territory. This formula contains oligopeptide 1, which is EGF, epidermal growth factor. It's a signaling molecule studied for stimulating fibroblast activity and collagen induction. It's used in medical aesthetics, particularly in South Korea. Penetration is debated given its molecular size, but it's a real, studied active, not a marketing term. It also contains Micrococcus lysate, which is a bacterial extract with a DNA repair enzyme that targets UV-induced damage in skin cells. The formula has 5 different ceramide types, plus cholesterol and linoleic acid. A healthy barrier directly protects collagen by reducing inflammatory signaling. Carnosine adds anti-glycation on top of that. Fragrance is minimal, just lavender and rosemary hydrosols, not essential oils. Overall, most of these formula's claims are earned. But wait, I just have to mention another hero among the Medik8 products. Do you remember my peptide video? I shared with you a truly impressive formula belonging to the Medik8 Liquid Peptides Advanced MP Face Serum. It directly uses several of the same mechanisms we're talking about today. It contains 11 distinct peptides that simultaneously cover 3 separate mechanisms. The Matrixyl group is the palmitoyl tripeptide 38, palmitoyl tripeptide 5, palmitoyl tripeptide 1, palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7, palmitoyl tetrapeptide 10, and tetrapeptide 21. Stimulate collagen and matrix protein production via multiple pathways, including TGF-beta activation. The neuropeptide group, acetyl hexapeptide 8 and pentapeptide 18, works synergistically to relax the repetitive muscle contractions behind expression lines. And then oligopeptide 1, EGF, and copper palmitoyl heptapeptide add growth factor and copper peptide activity on top. That's actually an unusually comprehensive stack. The formula also includes dimethyl isosorbide, which is a penetration enhancer, meaning it's actively trying to help those peptides get through the skin barrier rather than just sitting on the surface. Absolutely worth a look. I have a link in the description below. It was the #1 product in my shop in January. So take a look, it's down below. Next and last one is Paula's Choice Pro Collagen Multi-Peptide Booster. And here's a twist. This product contains no collagen at all. And it's the most credible collagen formula of everything I've looked at today. Maybe except from the last one from Medik8. Instead of collagen, it uses 6 peptides with specific evidence-backed mechanisms. Palmitoyl tripeptide 5 activates TGF-beta, transforming growth factor beta, which directly stimulates collagen synthesis. That's actually one of the better studied pathways in the whole peptide space. Palmitoyl dipeptide 5 targets collagen and fibronectin production. Tridecapeptide 1 specifically stimulates type 1 collagen, and the remaining peptides handle neurorelaxation of expression lines and matrix integrity. No fragrance, clean base, transparent brand that publishes its evidence. The pro-collagen name here is actually accurate. These peptides act on the pro-collagen production pathway, and this is the right way to approach the problem. What actually works? Now let me give you the honest list of what is working. These are the interventions with real, replicated evidence for supporting your skin's collagen. Retinoids. This is the gold standard. Retinol and prescription strength tretinoin both stimulate fibroblasts to produce more collagen. They also inhibit the matrix metalloproteinases. Remember, those are the enzymes that break collagen down. The evidence is decades deep and consistently replicated. Start low, use it at night, and be patient. It takes months, but it works. If you haven't watched my retinoids video yet, this is the one, and I have it linked down below. Topical vitamin C. Your fibroblasts need vitamin C to synthesize collagen. Without it, the process stalls. A well-formulated L-ascorbic acid serum at 10 to 20% concentration gives your cells the cofactor they need, and it also neutralizes the free radicals from UV exposure that trigger collagen-breaking enzymes. If you haven't watched my vitamin C video, it's this one, and it's linked down below. Peptides, the right ones. Certain signaling peptides, called matrixyls, have reasonable evidence for stimulating collagen production. Look specifically for Matrixyl or Matrixyl 3000 or similar studied compounds. And remember, peptide complex on a label tells you nothing. The specific peptide matters. So if you haven't seen my peptides video yet, it's this one and it's linked below. And the most important and the foundation of it all, sunscreen, every single day. I know you heard it a million times, but I'm saying it again. Every percentage of UV protection you apply directly translates to collagen you're not losing. SPF is not anti-aging in a vague, general sense. It is literally preventing the enzymatic destruction of your existing collagen in real time. It is the most evidence-backed anti-aging intervention that exists. Make it part of your routine. Use it daily, rain or shine, indoor or outdoor. Is topical collagen a scam? So is topical collagen a scam? Mostly, yes. But with a caveat. As a moisturizing ingredient, topical collagen actually does something real. It hydrates the surface of your skin. It plumps fine lines temporarily, but if you believe the cream is rebuilding the structural collagen in your dermis, you've been misled. And the brands know the science. They're selling you the feeling of doing something, not the thing itself. The ingredients that actually move the needle, retinoids, vitamin C, the right peptides and daily sunscreen are often dramatically cheaper than the creams with the biggest collagen claims. So spend your money on what the evidence supports. I'll link everything in the description below. Do you want more like this? Subscribe to my channel and be part of our community of skincare enthusiasts. Next video in the biology of skin aging, oral collagen. See you then. Bye for now.